Zoom out. All right. So look at this, everybody. This is what's known as a roll of Tolex, and it's probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's white elephant. Look at that Marshall green. I got a better look of it over here, but you can see that white elephant Marshall grain, the real stuff. And look at the thread count on that. So we're going to be talking Tolex today on Uncle Robbie Science Corner. Okay, so I'm back. All right, so I'm going to zoom in on the thread count on this. Now you can see this is the back, but you can see that elephant grain in there. And I'm going to show you the difference, okay? Let me just flip my viewfinder around so I can see what the heck I'm doing in the camera. But this grain is what they call the American elephant. This is what you would get from Mojo Tone. Let me zoom back a little. This is what you would get from Mojo Tone. This is actually Mojo Tone Tolex. And you can see right there, there's a big difference in the fabric. This I got focus. Let me just zoom back. You can see. Okay, so you can see this red. This is the Mojo Tone stuff. It's not very, the vinyl is okay, but you can see the thread count. This has a much higher thread count than this. And this wasn't bad to work with, but when I heated it with the heat gun, okay, also I was doing it in the summer, but, which is good if you do it in the summer because the fabric is more pliable because it's warmer, and that's why when we're doing this inside the house, and you can see right here the difference in the two grains. This is actually a little bit even shiny, but the grain is much thicker, and it is noticeably different. I mean, from up close, from 50 feet away, you know, is anybody going to notice? Probably not. But if this is going to be going into your home or your studio, and you want the real Marshall stuff, I mean, there's no comparison really, in my opinion, for the Marshall. So that's why this was, of course, $42 a yard, and this stuff was, I don't know, well, from Mojo Tone it's more expensive. It's about $25 a yard. From my friend Mr. Pearson, and I can leave you a link in the description for him. His red elephant was, I think, $19.50 a yard. Still, from AES, you can get the red Levant stuff that's exactly the same as this, just a different grain. You can get that for about $14.95. So I would probably get all my Tolex from Antique Electronic if I was doing something that wasn't going to be an accurate reproduction of the Marshall. Now, the thing about this Tolex is the width, and we'll take a look at that in a second once I zoom out. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this. The stuff from this stuff comes on a roll. It's 54 inches wide, and that's the one thing about the Marshall stuff. It does have the kind of frayed edge. Of usable fabric, we have roughly 50 and a half, okay? To do a 1960 cabinet, I'm going to need about 19 inches. I'm going to go 19 and a half just to give myself a half inch of wiggle room. So 19 and a half and 19 and a half is 39, okay? So that would get me right to about here, okay? And then I have 39 to 51. That's giving me just over a little over 12 inches to do the head. So I might just cut this 19, and if I'm going to short sheet the bed, I'm going to do it on the back edge, because it doesn't have to be folded all the way into it. It's just got to be folded enough so that the back board covers it, the resonator board covers it. So this is 50, really it's 51 and just about, well, it's like 51 and about a quarter of usable fabric. Okay, so we're gonna have to know that for when we do our measurements. All right, but anyway, just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I gotta zoom in on that one more time. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Does that just not make your heart feel good? Right in, really right in there. Look at that. That is elephant grain. That's real elephant grain Marshall Tolex. And I don't think there's anything that I've ever seen that's more beautiful, really. So, all right, we'll be back with more Tolex. We're going to Tolex the hell out of ourselves today. Bye.